Hello, today I'll be talking about the three major issues in the world today. In my opinion, they are climate change, war and terrorism, and world hunger. The first, climate change, is an increase in global temperature on average and change in climates locally. The number one cause of climate change is the greenhouse effect, which are gases that keep heat within the atmosphere of Earth. The combustion of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide are factors that increase the greenhouse effect, and they're mainly caused by human uses of cars, trucks, and trains, and the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, and oil. The effects of climate change are huge, including the increase of average global temperature and the warming of the oceans because of the temperature increase. This decreases the ability to hold carbon dioxide of the oceans and increases the greenhouse effect because there's more carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas, in the atmosphere. The increased temperature also causes the melting of the polar ice caps, which contributes to the rising sea levels. And this is a huge problem for places like the Maldives because soon enough they'll be underwater, and coastal cities around the world are also at danger. Another effect is the changed local climates. So, depending on where you are, you could be warmer or colder depending on the time of the year. You could be wetter or drier. Some deserts are getting much drier, while some places are getting a lot more rain. And this causes a dramatic change in habitats. Although some species will benefit to these changes, most species will not adapt quick enough, and a lot of species will die out. And this will cause a decrease in biodiversity, which is a huge issue topic in the world today. Some progress has been made. There is an increase in renewable energy use all over the world. There is a switch towards more efficient cars, which reduces the amount of greenhouse gases pumped out into the atmosphere. There have been international policies and agreements, such as the Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, and the Paris Agreement, which have been more progressive towards renewable energy. The second major issue in today's world is war and terrorism. 172 million people die each year from conflict, which is an outrageous number. A major area of conflict in today's society is Syria and Iraq. These places don't just involve Syria and Iraq and their civilians and people within that area. It involves major countries such as the US, France, United Kingdom, and even Russia. And the US and Russia are opposing each other on many major battlefields, and this is causing much more tension, which, if it gets out of hand, this could cause nuclear warfare, which will result in major, major death, and that is something nobody wants. More than 250,000 Syrians have been killed each year, and these are civilians, just from conflict. The About 11 million more Syrians have been relocated inside or outside the country, which is affecting their lives tremendously. Another place that's heavily involved in conflict is Africa, specifically sub-Saharan Africa. Civil wars have been going for hundreds of years, sorry, and they involve many countries, including Angola, Algeria, Burundi, Congo, Chad, and there's a list of just like probably 40 countries in all that involve these civil wars. Some causes for these conflicts are political corruption, lack of respect of leadership and law, and human rights violations. Millions of Africans are killed or relocated each year. Some other places that are high in conflict are North Korea, which is another potential nuclear war center, and Colombia, Southeast Asia, and Turkey. Terrorism is something that many people are afraid of. The main terrorist group that most people know of today is ISIL or ISIS, and it's taken over a territory about the size of Belgium in the Middle East. their tactics are just gruesome. They execute any opposition they face, which instills fear in the citizens, which may even increase their troop size just because everybody wants to live. They don't just kill people within their country, they go all over the place and have international attacks. Some things you may have heard of are the Paris attacks, the Brussels bombings, and the taking down of a Russian jet plane, which caused 224 deaths. The third major topic I'll be talking about today is world hunger. Hunger is everywhere. It's in the most developed countries and the least developed countries. 795 million people suffer from chronic undernourishment. The major causes of world hunger are poverty, which is the unequal distribution of money. So some people at the top of the rich have beyond their wildest imagination of amount of money that you can have, and some people have below the poverty line and can't afford to live really. And poverty causes hunger, and hunger causes poverty in return, and it's just a vicious cycle that is unending. Another thing that causes hunger is conflict, which I already mentioned in this topic. About 21% of undernourished people were also involved in conflict, so without a doubt, it's a key contributor to hunger. The world's increasing population is a cause of hunger. We have enough food globally to feed everybody, but it's just unequally shared, which just causes stress on the agriculture industry. Climate change is another cause of world hunger, and that is due to agricultural malfunctions and stuff in that category. The effects of hunger are lack of vitamins, susceptibility to infection and disease, blindness, impairment of physical and mental development, and death. 3.1 million deaths per year are just in children from hunger. And nobody wants that. In conclusion, I hope that you all are more informed on these political topics and can do something about it. Thank you.